beginning from where we left last time. So, what is the brain doing? Brain is actually taking information from outside, creating a memory bank based on the physical attribute of the information and the emotionality in your brain, as many as possible, to help you survive on a daily basis, running your bodily process, and at the same time keeping you safe from predators, which has been coming from ages, and then making you act proactively sometimes in reaction, sometimes in response with the external world. So, in the process it has to take information, put it in a sort of electrochemical signal and encode it and keep it ready for you to retrieval. So, this is this wonderful, there are a lot of other theories, but Tononi and Edelman have brought out a theory of integrated information theory. So, the process of the brain according to them is a synergy. Now, when you talk of synergy, you also go back, talk about Hopfield when he is talking about association. So, it is in separate areas of brain, whatever information is going, it is not useful for you. In the motor area, in sensory area, if separate information is here, it is here, visual here, hearing here, some information of motor action here. What is the use of all this separate? It is the integration of all this, the synergy of all this, which creates consciousness. So, now this synergy, that means that at the baseline there has to be some synergy in the network system, and over and above as information comes, that is encoded, that differentiation happens and again further integrated to reach into a different state of synergy. That means that every minute, every second, every instance, this synergy and association is changing. So, every instance brain is evolving, no two states of brain can be same then, because if it is about information inflow and encoding of information and there is an association between say one x, y, z, z, whatever, and new things are being added all the time, then the whole thing is evolving. Is this what we call emergent consciousness? So, with all the imaging thing, we have not been able to find a seat of consciousness. There is not one area where, although we have areas, if you damage them, there will be loss of consciousness, but they do not prove to be the seat of consciousness. Consciousness seems to be a global property of the brain, with so many information through senses coming in. So, for example, visual input again, visual input comes in here, there is a information coding, there are transformational calculations, which are actually firing Heb. Then there are reward evaluation. Now, whether this is the limbic system, amygdala and limbic system, the information is decoded, working memory and limbic system control it, calculate whether there is a reward in it or punishment in it. Information is decoded, it sends to higher center, motor processing and motor output. It simply means this pen is here, this digital pen, and I want to tell you something. Visual input, the information, this shape has sent the information in my head that this is a pen, it can be used, it may not turn out to be a pen actually, it may turn out to be a toothbrush. But then when I pick it up, my brain decides, transforms the calculation of this shape with my existing memory of the pen. Reward evaluation that okay, if I pick this up, I can write. Information is decoded, I pick it up, motor output. So, everything came in. Why did I pick up? Suppose it would have been a burning candle in this shape. My mind would have, the emotional center would have told that if you touch it, you will get burned. It may just be burning, it may not be burning, but so this is how brain decides with this network. The other proof, so that brings us to the conscious and unconscious. But again, as I said in the beginning, being aware about aware or the will, what is will? Will is deciding that okay, I do this, that is my will. Whether this is a free will or it is coming from the need behind that 5 minutes I have been looking for a pen and suddenly I find a pen and I find this. The will had arisen 5 milliseconds before, but I find this now. This was the experiment done by Libet through the recordings, and he told us interesting finding that before you become aware of the intention, and decide, 200 milliseconds before that, the decision would have been taken in the brain through the voltage scalp EEG. This is the rise of potentials, 550 milliseconds, action here. So, that means that is the time what I told you that you don't become aware of anything before 200 milliseconds. Less than 200 milliseconds, all memory formation, all firing or synaptic things of short term reflex action, everything is going on. Comparing, information decoding of reward and punishment, evaluation, all that is already gone in. Then within 200 to 500 milliseconds, you come to choose your action. Now, this may be will. I decide to pick up this pen. I decide to write will. But to write this word will, 200 milliseconds before or 300 milliseconds before, my mind would have decided it. You can call it transmission time if you want, but we don't know. The big question is the transmission time of nerves, the speed does not fit in with the way it happens. Maybe we need some other mathematics or physics. So, the big question is whether the fields are carrying it. We really don't know at this point. This is something which I, during my course of thinking, I devised. Now, let me tell you, probably this will clarify stuff. Suppose we assume, and we assume absolutely crazy thing. The absolutely crazy thing we are assuming is that all type of physics which we know is existing in the brain at the same time. See, the behavior which we see in the external world is a classical cause, effect, deterministic, irreversible or reversible. If you have cause effect, it is reversible. And it happens in seconds to minutes to hours. So, we are enveloped in the space time of minutes to hours. Get back to what Penrose says in the microtubules. What is happening is quantum 10 to the power minus 9, 10 to the power minus 12 to 15. Okay? Maybe within the subcellular quantum process is happening. There could be quantum tunneling which is happening within the cells. Between the synapse, so once there is a lot of quantum processes happening, they are free floating thoughts, images, whatever. We really don't know how the electrical activity really converts to that. That is the hard problem. All said and done, network, electrical firing, everything we know. How does this electrical activity really form patterns of thoughts and emotions and all? We don't know. And if they are formed, who is seeing it? Are there multiple video screens? Like in the glial cells, maybe glial cells, it is reflected, again reflected, re-reflection, and then it is there. But something in the mind has to see. We don't have a projected screen, but what are these thoughts? So, possibly this pattern of quantum thing is on and on. Now, will 1, which is W1, at this instance decides to do something, there is a sort of a wave collapse from this quantum process, and then the non-linear process takes off. It goes to a dimension. Now, whether this is a desired dimension where he wanted to go and actual dimension differs. There is a gap between what wanted to happen and what happened. This gap is sent in a feedback to the higher centers. Mind again decides to try it again, but this will too, the second decision is not free. It is bound to the previous. Similarly, if you try it third time, it is bound to the second attempt and the first attempt, right. These feedback systems, and every time this gap, this is the, so will is not free. This second's will maybe is bound to what was happening just an instance back, and that may be bound to the previous one, or my next intention or will, if you call it, whatever uses interchangeably, is bound to what I am doing right now. But every time I decide to do something, the gap between the desired dimension and actual dimension may be different because the non-linear process is working there. This gap is being fed back to the higher cortical center. Maybe that builds up what you call frustration. Every time, now translate it. Within this gap, what comes is emotions. Within this gap, every sense of not reaching, if you translate it in a macroscopic world, builds in frustration. That is the point where things have to be handled, or maybe that is the point where mind can be trained. Now, this is a big question. Now, this is another, like I told you that, okay, there is an external stimuli here, and it goes here from the eye, goes to the visual cortex, goes to the lateral geniculate body. There is an internal image which is formed, and there is an external image at the same time. Now, these two are compared with memories and maps and the midbrain, and right. These two images are compared between the external and the internal, and it is sent to the higher centers. The higher centers suppress the internal image and act on to the externally motivated image, because external motivation will keep you in touch with reality. That is important for survival. If both unite, it is the same thing. If not, the internal is suppressed. But if this system fails, then you have perceptual distortions. The internal image actually rides over the external image, and that is called hallucinations or illusions. So, there is some physical model which you can think of it. Okay. So, brain normally what awareness means is a small fraction of what these faculties are doing, the inside faculties. These contents, they keep changing continuously depending on demands of the current environment. So, as I said, there are 500 milliseconds frames of reality. Is this our truth? So, this is taken from a very good book. Bars brought out a theory of workspace, and so it says that there is a conscious bright spot on stage. This is a theater. Intentions, expectations, there is a self, perception, sensory stimuli are going all the time, right, and a speech action output is going on all the time. This is conscious mind. So, your conscious mind, and then within your brain are language, memories, interpreters, automatism. This spotlight keeps varying. In other words, you can call it attention, right? Automatic, or voluntary, wherever you put your attention, or automatically where it goes, consciousness comes in. Rest all keeps hidden. So, selective attention controls the spotlight that selects what will be in the bright spot. Backstage is unconscious, the audience has vast capacity. So, it's a brain version of global workspace. The frontoparietal motor, two sensory input, the red and green arrows, if you see. There is something called lateral inhibition in vision. If there is a focus on something, and if the mind wants to focus it, it will inhibit the rest of the input. Things are not so simple when I am talking of, because at a given point of time, sometimes in life, there are competing inputs, and your mind has to decide which one. You can put, but by the time you willfully decide, the mind would have already processed what is important. So, when two inputs come, like it is shown here, by that time, here is your conscious mind. By that time, one of them reaches here. What do you think? Who decides? Already the whole insight process would have decided. Competition of consciousness, as it says. The gamma. Now, remember your oscillations, the gamma oscillation which is binding. So, gamma suddenly becomes active when it has to really decides which one it has to go. So, again the global work theory, sensory input, this is right from bottom up. Attention, vision, hearing, touch, sensory buffers. I had shown you this diagram. Central executive, working space, action planning, response output. By the time it goes down here, then it becomes conscious. And if you remember, I told you about the visuospatial sketchpad. When speaking, you already have a design and the oral part of it. So, this is like a subliminal. Diana is one of the front runners of neurosciences. This is a conscious processing. Now, where do you point out consciousness? So many areas, parietal, this, and this is subliminal. You are really not aware of all this. This is a masking experiment. Masking experiments are very popular in psychology, and masked words. I have processed here. Conscious word. So, again structural correlates are also different, but again they do not tell us anything, because lot is happening inside the brain. In which part of the brain is happening, because obviously you take this by a slice and slice. Have you heard of something called pilot waves? Pilot waves are part of the Bohemian quantum mechanics. There is a background pilot waves over in which this quantum phenomena keep happening. So, he says the pilot wave actually carries the information and all the probabilities of the states in which it can exist. So, we just have to know the wave equation, and within this pilot wave we can tell where is it. But anyway, that why I was mentioning, was just thinking today morning, is that these waves are they very important in brain. It is suggested that theta and alpha oscillation in so 4 to 7, 8 to 13 play an important role for the temporal organization of neural activity during top down control. One system associated with theta activity is related to the processing of new information. That is, if you remember, I said there is a gamma going on over which I write 4 to 7. 4 to 7 theta activity in hippocampus is about learning the new information. Another system associated with alpha activity enables controlled access to already stored information. So, when you are learning in hippocampus, it is 4 to 7. When you are recalling, it is the variation in alpha, which is fine, because if you are sitting and recording alpha and some activity is given to you, obviously the variation will happen in alpha mental activity, whether it will go into the higher side, but it is a variation in alpha activity, but the change in alpha probably triggers this beginning of activity. Because even if I ask you to do mathematics, you will have to recall something, at least some letter and all. So, it will be the variation in alpha which will trigger the activity level. Explainable. It may not be a real mathematical calculation. See, lot of this stuff is calculated, recorded, and it is compiled together to understand the global functioning of the brain. Okay. So, the central problem for cognitive neuroscience is to describe how cognitive processes arise from brain processes. Okay. So, this is again a similar type of experiment. Right. So, this is again a central executive, visual semantics, episodic long-term memory, linguistic, phonological buffer, episodic buffer, eventually what? Language. So, if you see this thing, these are unconscious, not accurately reportable. These type of stuff are fringe consciousness. They can be reported, but without any qualitative, and these are the real conscious words, images, and whatever form it wants to come out. There is something called aha experience. Have you wondered that when you are thinking, many times you are sitting with a problem, you are breaking your brain over it, and really not getting anywhere, and suddenly you sleep over it. And when you sleep over it, so next morning you suddenly get things, aha, oh, is this conscious? No, because your brain, even when you are sleeping, is working on the same phenomena behind the track, and there, when you sort out, it suddenly crosses the threshold and comes to your conscious effort, a conscious awareness. Again, it's a, what is consciousness? A 10 hertz cycle, action, execution, consciousness, or because obviously when you are this 40 hertz or 30 hertz gamma oscillation, you are not aware of how is it binding. What you are just aware of is when you do things. So, when you do things, what at awake resting state, the variation is in alpha only. So, what part is conscious? 8 hertz, 9 hertz, or 10 hertz, or 13 hertz? Because 13 hertz is pushing towards activity, 8 hertz is pushing toward more memory formation, 10 hertz we do not know. So, this is again a similar thing of aha experience. Unconscious, same thing, unconscious items in immediate memory, unconscious verbal automatism. There is lot of subconscious speech which is going on. Thoughts, it happen, lot of people come and tell me as a psychiatrist, a lot of thoughts come to my mind and I do not know why I am thinking it. So, they are sitting doing something else, and suddenly students, all of you students know it. When you open your book and after 2 hours you will suddenly realize that you are on the same page, because your mind is wandering somewhere, your mind is thinking where are these thoughts coming from, where are these words coming from, nobody has any idea, but it is all the process of the brain. That is why I say if you become aware of your whole brain, whether you will be able to survive or not survive is a $1,000,000 question. Unconscious verbal automatism, unconscious items in immediate memory, visuospatial. So, there is a left side of the brain, left temporal lobe is verbal memory, right is a visuospatial memory. Unconscious verbal automatism, visuospatial automatism, phonological. So, global workspace has conscious perception, imagery, inner space, reportable goals. Again is the same process. Somewhere here along the line, along this 200 milliseconds, things will really switch on. Again, as I said, 50 milliseconds coherent periods interrupted by movements of decoherence. So, possibly a 10 hertz cycle is working in the brain, which may be. So, Edelman brought out this possible neuroanatomies. In humans, primary consciousness is associated with the highly reentrant thalamocortical system, between the alpha and the gamma binding and 4 to 6. Thalamus is the trigger for all this. Thalamus has a lot of input coming from what you call reticular activating system, and that triggers the whole cycle. In birds, possibly again basal ganglia and all these things. Again, these are type of experiments which they have been trying to. Thalamocortical shows everywhere. In mammals, thalamocortical connections are very important, because if you study across animals, what you will find is that the thalamocortical loops vary in the size and density. So, this is a possible integration of the whole story. As I said, this is a structure we know, over which we form networks, graph networks, and whatever form we want to do. This is a possible theater where there is a conscious attention thing, and cognitive cycle possibly near 10 hertz, and these are all the investigative facilities we have. So, I will end at this, but I hope you would have got an idea of how tough the whole thing is, that in spite of knowing so much stuff, when it comes to making a theory of it and explaining the whole thing of what is human, so most people tend to brush it off because there are no answers. But in spite of being a neuroscientist and in spite of delving and believing in the biology of it, my guess is that we should not be too arrogant in rejecting the other models. Although philosophy may not have a base right now, or maybe the spiritual religious traditions will not have a base, but their belief systems have on the gross appearance, it appears that everything is in control of, but then unless we have real explanation, because we see it at least in the case of conscious and unconscious mind, it may not be the Freudian way which working, but just after 60 years we are talking of a strong unconscious component in life. So, we do not know. We also do not know about the other state of life in which we spend 1/3 of our life, and that is sleep. So, there is awake conscious, there is a awake not so conscious, and there is sleep. What function does sleep do? And within sleep itself, we have so many complex dynamics. Now, one thing which I should mention, that in spite of knowing this network and studying them in task oriented way, is this is complexity is consciousness the reflection of complexity of activity? And complexity of activity simply means not getting too many complicated firing patterns. It is the complexity is that with every dynamic, with every dynamics, the dimension increases. Now, what is the range of these dimensions? Now, if you observe any human life behaviorally, you will be able to define certain things. Okay, nothing moves, that is normal. But then what is abnormal? Is autism just another dimension of brain? Is schizophrenia another dimension of brain, which is not, we are not able to fit in because most of us are like into one parameter? Is it that, or is it something else, is something which we have to see. Next time we will talk about sleep, this another state of consciousness, and take it from there. Thank you.